Hello and good morning from our room here at the Caribbean Beach Resort. Today is our final day here. We are actually all packed up and ready to go. We're gonna go check out and then go back to the apartment because my brother Dennis is there. We're gonna meet up with him. You're gonna be going to work today.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be going camping with Dennis. So the adventure continues, but as far as our stay in this room, it is over.
Goodbye, little pirate room.
Goodbye, pirate room.
With your treasure chests and your barrel mini fridge that I want.
We've been watching the Mickey Mouse shorts on the television. This room is just so well themed and fun. Man, Brennan, I love this room so much. I think this is my favorite room that I've ever stayed at. Do you still like the Polynesian more?
I don't know if I like it more. I know I really like the Polynesian rooms. Like those are really well themed as well.
Mm-hmm.
But this one's so cute.
The pirate ship beds and then the little cannons that I'm just so obsessed with. The carpets, the decor, even the curtains, the drapes, the table, everything. All right, are you ready to go ahead and head on out, I guess?
I'm ready.
I especially loved our little room on the corner overlooking the water and the Skyliner having 2 windows. I've never had 2 windows in a resort before, so that's really cool. But now we're heading down to the car, right? When we first got here, we came up the stairs to the balcony, and then we proceeded to go around the entire perimeter of the building when we should have just kept going down that hallway right over there, and our room would have been right on the right. But at least we got a cool tour, I guess, of this building, this complex, this collection of Caribbean thematic rooms. When we kind of toured around the resort yesterday, we didn't really go inside the collection of buildings and explore too much in the other parts of the resort just because it's so big, but for the most part it seemed like they all had this kind of courtyard area, a seating area where you could kind of relax. It was a very pleasant stay here, Brendan. I'm so excited that we got to do this.
I like it here and I'm excited when we come back when we're not staying here just to like
Ride those bikes?
ride the bikes and enjoy like the pool and stuff.
Maybe get some food?
Yeah.
So before heading out, we made it back to the old Port Royale lobby check-in area because Brennan wanted to get herself a little personal pizza to bring to lunch today, right?
Yeah, they had those pizzas in there that looked really good. I'm hoping it's open now, so it's like 10:30 still.
It should be open. It's a quick service. It's a grab and go. So we're inside the lobby and we went over to the grab and go, but Brennan, they don't have your personal pizza.
No, they're just doing breakfast grab and go right now.
Which makes sense because it's 10:30, right? It is a lot busier right now than we've seen it this weekend. Ooh, you are pretty backlit. But let's go ahead and head out, I guess, right?
Yeah.
It was a fun stay. But now on to more adventures. High five.
You're going on more adventures. I'm going to work.
That's an adventure. So here we go, heading back across the bridge to head out of Disney's Caribbean Beach. There's the Skyliner station right over there. I still keep thinking about how busy it was last night and chaotic. And I feel kind of fortunate that we got that experience just so we know how bad it can get. And I did realize that there was a not so scary Halloween party at Magic Kingdom. So that's why it was just that busy. All right, so we made it back to the apartment. We dropped our stuff off and here we are at Denny's for some brunch because we are starving. Dennis!
With Denny.
What? You own Denny's?
I do.
Whoa! Can we get a free comped meal?
Sure.
So we're inside Denny's checking out the incredible menu, and I have a bone to pick with Mr. Dennis because you said you were the owner of this place, but it was founded as Danny's, not Denny's, so you can't give me a comped meal, you fibber.
I used to be named Dennis.
So the food is here. Brennan got the cinnamon roll pancakes with some eggs, bacon, and hash browns. Dennis over here got the salted caramel banana pancakes, and then I got the ultimate omelet, which came with tomatoes and bacon and ham and cheese, it looks like, and hash browns and some orange juice. So after a delicious breakfast, we made it back to the apartment. Brennan has since left to go to work, and Dennis and I have freshened up because we are going to be heading to Ocala, which is about an hour and a half away, because we're going to be going camping with some of our friends and then going to a Gator game in Gainesville, I guess, tomorrow. It's going to be the Auburn versus Florida game, so it's going to be super exciting. But before we left, I wanted to kind of show you the apartment because I've put up some Halloween decorations and I'm pretty proud of how they turned out. So I'm gonna flip it around and show you what the apartment looks like. So this is the living room. There's Dennis over there. Hi, Dennis.
Hello.
Put up some new string bulb lights, if that's what they're called in here, to kind of help evenly light the room, similarly to how I've done in all the other rooms in the house. I put up some garland around each of the bookshelves with a little matching lantern. Put some pumpkins around the TV, and then on either side of the couch, put some matching autumn leaves, I guess, on these side tables. So that's kind of the extent of, oh, well, I guess right over here, I put a little webbing bowl here with some scary skulls in it, so that's fun and interesting. And then here is the kitchen. So have these different colored string lights, the green ones over here, and then the orange ones over here. Little Happy Halloween sign, a bowl with all of this is the not so scary candy, and this is pretty much about half of what we got because we went to the party several weeks ago now, so we had about double of this. We had about 2 bowls worth, and we finally got it condensed to 1 bowl and have some web around that. Put up some pumpkin lanterns here, as well as for both of these doorways have some of this like kind of, I wouldn't say this is like black webbing, but just kind of spooky fabric, I guess. That's what I'll call that. And then around the door, just some more garland, and then a happy little pumpkin. And then we signed Farley's name right here. I don't think that has anything to do with Halloween, but I thought it was kind of fun. We just wrote his name in multiple different ways. And then here, this is something new that we got. This is a small, tiny little fountain. We got this from the Five Below store. We just thought it was really fun and fancy. And now we have a fountain in the apartment. But this is the extent of the apartment so far. This is a message that we left for Dennis. It says, "Welcome, Dennis. Enjoy your stay and don't eat all our food. But there's some cake in the microwave because Brennan made some cake a while ago, and it is indeed in the microwave." So there are Halloween decorations, I guess, at least thus far. Maybe might decorate some more for Halloween, but it's a few weeks away, and so far, so good. So, Dennis,
Yes.
are you ready to hop in the car
Woo!
and go to Ocala
Yep.
and go camping?
I am.
Well, then give me a high five, dang it. Okay, let's go. And flash forward about 60 miles and an hour later, and Dennis and I are in Ocala, Florida. We're about 10 miles away from our campsite, and we're stopping off at Burger King, which I have not been to in kind of a long time. I got myself a couple Whopper Juniors. I'm excited for that. And then Dennis got himself the Impossible Whopper.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not real meat.
Yep. I never had it. I'm not a vegetarian, but thought I'd see what it's about.
So Dennis has had a couple bites out of his Impossible Burger. My Whopper Junior does taste like a Whopper Junior, which is good. Do you have any lasting thoughts and opinions about this being your first Impossible Burger?
So it's a little hard to compare because I don't have a burger right now. It's been a while since I've had a burger from Burger King. I think this could fool you into being a regular burger. It's the meat's kind of, for the meat, it's like kind of dry. I feel like it's missing a little bit of like savoriness or fat. I feel like that's the only difference. It's pretty close.
You want to take a bite of mine, just to kind of compare? Just take a bite out of the back end there. Does it compare?
Yeah, I think the only difference is really the fat from the meat.
Interesting.
Besides that, it's pretty close.
That's awesome. Well, there you go. We went to Burger King and had an Impossible Burger randomly in the middle of this video, but now we're gonna go hit the road and then head back. I guess not really back. We're gonna head towards our campsite. It's weird because this room that we're in right now, I'm pretty sure used to be a kid's play area, but not anymore. It's just extended seating. Okay, but heading back in the car, heading towards the car to get back in the car to then head to the campsite. Ooh, I'm struggling. And we made it to Florida's Silver Springs. We just parked in the parking lots, and we're trying to find out how to get to our campsite to meet up with the rest of our group. Dennis is way up there. He was gonna run ahead to see if this is where we go or if we have to drive to our campsite. We're probably gonna have to drive. The parking lot was way back there. Here's a very pretty water fountain. And then this looks like an information area. I'm getting some theme park vibes from this place, but we are just trying to find the campsite right now. Okay, so this is the main entrance of the park, so we are hopping back in the car. Got a pretty nice parking spot though, right in front of the main entrance. And we have to go kind of back out to the highway and navigate around to, I guess, the campsite. We'll find it eventually, I hope. So we drove down a little bit. This is the, I guess, the overflow parking for Silver Springs, and we came to this gate. So according to this map, we have to go down a little bit further and then we can find the camping. So now we have to pull a very tight U-turn here and then hopefully we'll be there. So we finally found the entrance to the campsite and we have a lot of stuff here. So we are back in campsite 40 with our friends who are currently there, so we have to kind of go all the way to the very back side of the property. We have this tag, which is going to let us park here, and it's going to get us into the springs if we want. We just have a couple other maps to abide by, but for the most part, we're good to go. Dennis? Woo! Yay, and Travis and Christine are going to get here a little bit later, right? Yes. And it looks like this is our campsite right over here. Campsite 40, there they are. So we have 2 campsites currently. There's one over there, and Dennis and I are going to be setting up our tent over in the second campsite. Are you excited about this, Mr. Dennis?
Heck yeah, Mr. Roy.
This is a brand new tent, so hopefully it's going to be comfortable, even though we're on kind of a gravel ground situation here.
See what you maybe do, Spirit. It was more expensive to get the tent here both ways on Spirit than to buy a new tent and ship it to Roy's place.
I'm sorry. And here it is. This is our tent, a brand new Coleman tent, and I'm super excited and ready to sleep in it. We have our air mattress right over here that I think we can hook up to a power source kind of right over here, inflate it, and then hopefully be pretty comfortable. So that outlet was just for RV hookups, I'm pretty sure. So I came over to the bathroom to try to find a hookup over here, and it looks like there's one, yes, right over here on the wall. So I can go and plug in this guy, and we can have a nice air mattress. This is a nice little situation here. There's some books, a washer and a dryer, and a Coke machine. Wow, this is nice. So that outlet actually ended up not working, so I just plugged it in right back here into the vending machine outlet, but check it out. We have an air mattress. Yay. Okay, so made it back over to the campsite.
Oh my gosh. Be gentle, man.
There you go, nice and easy. Just goes right on in.
Roy trying to break a new tent.
Perfect. And look at that, there it is. Look how pleasant this turned out to be. We have our air mattress, we have a comforter, we have a sheet here, we have a couple pillows. I opened up the back window. Wow, this is just gonna be so nice. I'm gonna finish zipping that up in just a second, but I think that they're roasting some hot dogs over there. They're playing some Pong, I guess, but this is gonna be so much fun. We're just here for tonight because we're staying here tonight and then heading up to Gainesville tomorrow for the game, but this is gonna be cool. So I wanted to show off the rest of the campsite just real quick while the sun was still up. We do have this campsite and that campsite again. There are the bathrooms just right over there, so that is super convenient. Each campsite comes with a picnic table, a fire pit, and a grill. We're not gonna be using that grill, that's why the tent is that close, but we are using that grill way over there. I think Travis and Christine are gonna be joining us a little bit later tonight, maybe in 2 or 3 hours. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. And then behind these campsites, they have this path. It looks like it may be a service road of some sorts, but it could also probably double as a hiking trail or a jogging trail. But this is just great. This is my aesthetic, and I use that word a lot, but just this is just so pleasant. Okay, gonna join in the fun with everybody now that I've set up my tent and we have all of our stuff inside of it. So we're about to play some beer pong, but I wanted to show off these delicious wieners. Those look pretty good. Those are some real wieners right there. So our campsite is way back there, and we are currently in this field playing some frisbee. Hi, Dennis. So first person frisbee catching and throwing, and here's our friend Matt. Okay, you're not over there, but you caught it anyway.
Wait till he's there.
Just wait till What are you serving? Our sausage?
Oh. Yay! It's hard to see, isn't it? Okay.
Alright, quick shot. Here we go. All good.
So a little bit of time has passed. It is clearly dark outside,
yeah,
but we've just pretty much been hanging out, enjoying each other's company. We had some hot dogs, which were delicious.
They sure would.
I had one of his hot dogs, and he's been giving me some crap about it, but it's okay because we've just been having a great time playing some games and just catching up in general. But tomorrow's gonna be a really fun day because we're gonna be going to the Gator game.
Yeah.
Auburn versus Florida, right?
Yep.
And we both went to Florida, so it's going to be really cool.
Should be a fun game.
One of those games again.
Yeah.
Today was a super long day because I woke up at the Caribbean beach over at Disney, and you've seen this. And then picking up Dennis, making it down to Ocala, and then going camping. How fun. But yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out with us today.
Yeah.
This is Jorge, by the way. If you don't know that, he's one of my best buds. And we have a bunch of other people kind of back over there in the campsite.
Yeah.
Travis and Christine just arrived. We
Yeah,
helped
yeah,
them
I love those
set
guys.
up their tent, and I'll be going to the game tomorrow. It's gonna be so much fun.
It's gonna be a blast.
I'll see you then. Have a good day, and
See ya.
goodbye.
Good night.